Guys, we are here at the All-American Reptile and Plant Expo. We're in Castle Rock, Colorado, just outside of Denver. And I've got Robert Vanderklay here with me, the founder of Husbandry Pro. We had a great experience yesterday, and I thought that we would share it. Robert thought there'd be a lot of value for you, all the viewer. Selfishly, there's going to be a lot of value for me because it was a real aha moment. This isn't a demonstration. We're not going to go through, hey, you enter these in and this and that. There's lots of those out there. Primarily at husbandry.pro is a great place to start. And of course, a whole lot of my colleagues. Good shout out to my good buddy Jeremy Warfels. He'll walk you through all of that stuff. That's not what today's about. Today was a real aha moment for me. A pragmatic business want, need, itch that I've had that I want to scratch. And I got talking with Robert, and he said, well, yeah, that is something that we could do, and maybe other breeders would be interested in learning about it. And I was like, now you're talking my language. So thanks for having me. Thanks for making time. You traveled in from Toronto?
Yeah, flew in from Toronto.
Toronto's a big city. Are you like Toronto itself, or are you in one of the...
No, I'm actually in Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls, okay.
Yeah, so I have a beautiful view every day. I want to go out and look at the beautiful stuff out there. But yeah, so I'm just Niagara Falls, Canada. I go over to the US all the time.
Yeah,
groceries there and everything else. So
oh, really? Oh, very nice. Okay, so Robert is the founder, obviously works with the development team, and of course Husbandry Pro has become ubiquitous throughout the industry as a great option for managing your collections. One thing I love, and you guys know this, and I try and be very, very transparent, is customer service. If you don't take customers' input, frankly, what are you doing? If your skin isn't thick enough to hear, this is great, but I wish you did this, what are you in business for? Robert and Kevin from A Exotics is here with us as well. And come say hey, man. And I came by, and Kevin and I have become kind of buddies. And I came by, I said hello, and they said, hey, you got to check it out, Adam. I said, look, I'm probably not the guy for it. And Robert said, well, what would be some features that you would be interested in? And I said, you know, I have struggled with, because I'm not a computer guy, I want a good website, and I don't want one of the just like super template ones that looks like when you click on it, you're like, oh, this looks like an 8th grade computer class. I don't want that. I want it professional. I want it proper. I own properroyals.com. And frankly, I'm tired of re-uploading the same information everywhere. I upload information to Clutch. I upload information to Morph Market. I upload now information to Husbandry Pro. How can I get a storefront that I don't have to upload more to? And I pose the question to you, is there a way that I've uploaded my information to Husbandry Pro, I check a box, I say this is for sale to the public, I want X dollars for it, and is there a seamless sort of e-commerce screen shop that people can walk into that is mine? I don't want to walk into the shopping mall, I want to walk into Adam's department store, right? And you said, yeah, we can do that. And I lit up, I was like, wait a minute. Let me understand. I don't want something co-branded / Proper Royals. I want properroyals.com. That's what the customer's going to hear. That's what me as a seller wants to be able to rattle off. And you said, yeah, we can do that. And then the really cool thing was you said, why don't you make some videos of the process here so that you can show the outcome as well. So first off, thank you. What a cool thing. Those are the moments that make me realize, wait a minute, somebody else's vision and sort of values and mission align with my own. And so I really appreciate that. So tell us a little bit of how you foresee that working and how that could be an option for other breeders out there.
So I think the reason we got to this point, we're community driven is what we are. We listen to what everybody wants, right? Yeah. So currently there's basically one platform out there to sell or your own. Right? You have your own platform or you have more.
Right.
So people were asking, we need another way to sell. So what we did was we created an API, right? And in that API, that allows users to pull their information out of it in any way they want, really. So we took that a step further and we said, what are the big platforms out there that people have websites? And it's Shopify, WooCommerce, which is WordPress, and OS Commerce. Okay, so those are the three. So what we did was we created modules for all three of those platforms. Now, we created the Shopify one it was ready to go shortly before Tim's. And apparently there's an issue with Shopify, right, canceling accounts that are selling exotic. We've heard about it once or twice, I guess. I don't know how many more have actually happened. So we suspended development on the Shopify one. So we started with the WordPress one. So we now have the WordPress one, which has WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce plugin for WordPress.
Okay.
So now you have three options. Well, two options left. You have the OpenCart, you have WordPress. And WordPress is probably the more popular.
And as a non-computer guy, I'll admit, I'm starting to, the ship is sailing on my level of understanding. Sure. But do I understand, WordPress is is behind the scenes, WordPress is the basis for massive amounts, massive percentage of what websites are run on and started from. Is that a layman's way to put it?
Absolutely. It's a really easy platform to spin on.
Okay.
Right? So you can go to WordPress.org and actually pay them to run it, or you can actually download WordPress and run it on your own server.
Okay.
Right? So typically what would happen is you would set up your website in WordPress however you would do that, to your liking, and then you would take our plugin and plug it in. And then when you plug that in, you would go into Husbandry Pro and then select the connection to WordPress, right? And then it would make the connection. You would put a key into WordPress, and then from that moment, every animal that you put up for sale in your Husbandry Pro platform is automatically on your WordPress site, right? So people, and what it does is it creates products in your WordPress site. So your payment platforms, however you set that up, it's all in your control.
Okay. So
all we're doing is getting the information.
That was going to be my question then. So it's not just an advertisement on your own site. It is a pay platform right there. You can do the business just as if, I hate to bring up other brands, but just as if somebody did the pay now on WordPress.
Right, exactly. So you would set up the e-commerce site on WordPress. So now it's a full-blown e-commerce site. You can sell dry goods, you can sell animals, you can sell whatever the hell you want.
Right.
And then you would add our plug-in to pull your animals. And really all that does is create your animal as a product on WordPress.
Yeah.
The other feature to that is when somebody buys that product, that animal, right, it marks it sold and gives you a push notification onto your phone. So if you're at a show and somebody buys it when you're at a show, you can pull that animal out of your inventory at the show. So it reports all that stuff. So really, we're not manipulating your website at all. We're not doing anything. We're just actually giving the plugin to pull and then push a notification. Exactly. So there's no security issues or any of that.
Thank you for even entertaining, explaining all that, both on camera and then in person yesterday when the first excitement hit. For me as a consumer, I get it as a developer on your side and a founder on your side. You want your brand everywhere. Well, I want that too. And I want something clean. I don't want to have to say such and such / Papa Royals. I'm at the point now, and other people would either are or would dream of being at that point where they could say mybrand.com, and there's that seamless, beautiful thing. And only speaking personally, if we make this happen, I'm happy to slap that logo in the corner. I'm a thankful guy. I got no problem with that. But in general, philosophically, it feels so much more professional. It's perceived so much more professional. I'm a musician. I remember the days of the MySpace / my band. Right. It looked like I was a high schooler. Right. You wanted the band.com, right? And that same sort of mindset. And this option isn't something that I knew existed. I didn't know enough technical things about it. I'm sort of persistent in asking questions and understanding things and wanting to see how things work. So I'm very, very excited about it. If somebody had their website in existence through, I think you mentioned a company like GoDaddy, WordPress, some of the other things that people out there are familiar with, how quick is that activation? Is it just a selective click on Husbandry Pro?
No, it's one step more than that. It's download the plugin, right, and then upload the plugin into your WordPress site.
I see.
And there is a spot upload plugin.
Okay.
Right? And you upload it, it installs, then you put your key into it, and then the connection is made.
Gotcha.
And then it pulls. And I think a really important distinction with this is when we pull the products are your look. So you have a template for WordPress, and it looks a certain way. We don't force that look, any look Like it doesn't look like.
Yeah, that's the proper Royals brand. That's
exactly.
It could be terrible, it could be amazing, but that's mine, right? Yeah.
Because we're just making products on your platform. We're not doing anything other than making a product.
Yep.
So now your product looks like every other product that you already manually put in there. Right. So that's important. There's no Husbandry Pro on it. There's no anything. Right? People won't even know that you're putting in Husbandry Pro.
That's an amazing opportunity. This is transparent and all of that. I will tell you, I will be a customer now. A, because you're going through this, and this is it suits my needs. But somebody that takes in such account of customers' input, that's the kind of people that I want to work with. And everybody has known the different brands that I align with, but that's something that they all share, and I swear to God, it gives me chills. It's the same thing whether it's restaurants, software development, or ball python sales. Those are the things we go for.
I can't tell you the number of times I've sat here this weekend and somebody's come up and another person that uses it comes up and says, yeah, the tech support's amazing, because really, we have staff sitting watching the thing, right? And, it's not a one-man band like a lot of different things out there. We have staff that handles all that.
Yeah.
And we'll have staff to set up the WordPress and the tech support to walk anyone through that process too.
Yeah.
Right? So with yours, we'll spin it up as a WordPress site. We'll show the steps from beginning to end on how that happens.
Great.
Right? Because you'll be the first. You'll be the first using the WordPress site.
Ah, cool. Stay tuned in the future on this series, audience. In my vision, in hopefully a couple weeks, we'll do a video conference, do some screen sharing, and if you're like me, feeling like a dummy with all these different words flying around, we're going to go slow and we'll record the screen. If he tells me to drag and drop something, you'll see that, and we'll go through this process. And on top of the branding and my ego, and I don't want it to be MySpace / the brand, I want it to be the brand. Here's the other thing. When you have your own landing spot and your own searchable landing space, then you could get into the world of Google ads, you could get into the world of targeted ad campaigns that are incredibly valuable, guys. For so little money, you can reach such a wide audience, and to have that perfect landing spot for them is, I believe, going to be another step in my own evolution that will set me apart from the competition and set yourselves apart. And that's the exciting thing, and that's you helping other people succeed. I don't know how you're going to get a more loyal person than that by making those the goals. So, Robert, thanks for taking us through that today. I'm so excited. Like, this made this trip worthwhile. Like, I'm pumped. I'm excited for this.
Awesome. All right. I'm looking forward to it, too.
Thanks very much. I appreciate it. We'll be in touch remotely, and we'll bring this thing to life.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.